Hello, hello, hello. Did it different today.
I know I haven't heard that song in forever.
I know. Wanted to give you a touch of way back there. I wish we could play the entire music, but everybody, welcome to Women with Words. We have we're looking for a very interesting forward to an interesting show this evening. Welcome. Of course, my name is Glendy Jane Junius, and I am here with my co-host.
Agatha Joseph, welcome.
Welcome everybody. Auntie Beauty is still on the yacht. She hasn't come down.
She
And
on
of
the
course,
what?
Black Santa, who everybody knows is Christmas is long over. We don't know where he is. He might show up. We don't know. But we're here this evening. We wanted to start with that music first, but we also, of course, you know our favorite song, about woman. And this is a woman's show. We have a man on. But wanted you to please feel free to invite people to come. We're gonna play our song to welcome. I was just thrown way back by that music last night. I had to put
Go God.
such beautiful artwork together to be able to showcase it. So done go. Because we have an important guest, we can bluff y'all small. So y'all listen to our music.
Calling all the women, calling every single mother, Oba, woman, let us unite. Come, mamas, come and save your child. Baby earth is reeling and wailing and needs your tender embrace. Mothers of the universe, Mother Nature sighs. Ooh, come save your child. Come save your child. I said, come, sisters. Come and take back your child. This great.
Okay. Hello everybody. I hope I wasn't muted when we started before. It seems
No,
like
you weren't. You
okay.
were. There is an
All
echo though.
right. Okay. Let me see if it's my phone is off, so I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Folks, I hope we're sounding like ourselves.
No, you sounded like somebody else. As long as you don't sound like your brother on the other show, you'll be good.
Our brother is watching today. I saw him pop up there. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Women with Words this evening. Of course, it's another Thursday evening. We're here. This evening, we're going to be talking to I like this. I kind of realized that I like this word phenomenal. So I changed it and put renowned instead of doing phenomena because everything for me is phenomenal. So I kind of changed it today and change it to we have a renowned young artist, male artist. I'm telling you, his work is amazing, just amazing. I don't want to be prejudiced and say he's my favorite artist because I have some other people there on the side. But if I
On the
can say
side. So you're cheating on him.
yes, I cheat you on him.
But that's okay. There's
Yes,
enough
but
of
he's
him to go around.
yes, there is. So I'll let Agata tell us a little bit today about what we expect, what's gonna happen in the next hour or so.
Absolutely. Yeah, so as Glendy stated, first of all, we do have a very talented young man that we're going to be talking to today, Mr. Bart Cooper. I guess all the Coopers in Liberia are related, so I pinged some of his cousins to see if they can join us. But
Okay.
as usual, we want to highlight what's good about Liberia and Liberians. We have Liberians all over the world that are doing really great things. We are talented people, we are intelligent people, and we want to be able to showcase that. So our guest today will be Mr. Cooper. We're also going to look at what's trending on our page.
Yes.
Always busy. Good traffic, y'all. And then we will be talking about what's going on in the motherland. We have to talk about what's happening in Liberia. If we have time, we have a juicy Ask Auntie question, and I want to make sure we get to that today. But remember where you can find us. Our page is always buzzing. We are at Women with Words on Facebook. We still have that YouTube channel. Y'all need to check it out. It's still Women with Words. And of course, if you need to send us any information, be it to highlight your business or whatever it is that you're doing, we want to be different than all the other shows out there. We're not going to beat up the political people in Liberia. We want to highlight what's good about Liberia, and we want to talk about some of the challenges that we have in Liberia. So make sure you join us. We have a great show, and I'm so looking forward to chatting with Mr. Cooper.
Okay, there we have it. You see how that woman came? Me, I'm going to call all she said was Mr. Cooper is coming.
All that thing was said that the
All that
only
the
thing is
English what she put together, all that thing going up, going down, staccato,
you
alto.
see, I will fire you, and I will hire a real simple English queen. If TNG were going to translate what I just said, let me try. Can I try?
Try.
We get 1 minute, men are librarian, men can draw so it's so fun. Yeah. He get God bless the man hands with talent. I can't even talk that you go with talent.
Okay.
Anyway, let's don't go there. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna be me. Let's go ahead and get him.
Welcome, Bart. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, ladies.
Pleasure.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure to have you. I am so excited. I tell you. I am so excited that you. We honestly, we don't take. I mean, you are a celebrity. We welcome you to our platform. We're excited that you could take time off. Some one of your family members said, "Oh, but you can really book." I said, "You must joke with us so that we are big."
Listen, the man has talent.
Yes.
And he wants to share it with his own people. So we appreciate you, Bart. Truly appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
We do. Let me just say here, they made sure to mention it. They said your village is watching.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean when I say that your village is watching. They're on the field. So welcome everybody. We're here this evening. We're talking. This is GeesBeeCee Women with Words. If you just joined us, we're going to be talking with a phenomenal young artist. There's something significant that he's done in the last month or so that's going to identify with women and Black people. So it's going to be powerful. You want to stick around. You want to fight people. You want to hear his story. Like Akata said, this platform is what we've envisioned it to be, where we can share talents. We can tell people about amazing things that are out there. We can also, we're not experts. We can say what our opinions are about things, but we can also say what we think the solutions should be. But the most treasured thing about this show for all of us co-hosts is what we do when we share good news about other people and what they're involved in. So tell us who is, I don't want to pronounce your name like the Liberian people, Bartholomew.
That's it right there.
Please tell us who is Bart, because I keep saying Bart, and I was like, how come you say Bartholomew Abakanga? Please tell us exactly who is Bart Cooper.
Well, Bart Cooper is an artist that's living in America, born in Liberia, West Africa, and came to America at a young age. And I've been here since. I grew up here, but I still have my Liberian roots and connection. So, I've been creating since I was 3 years old. I've been drawing and painting and stuff like that. So this is what I've been doing all my life. And this is my full-time career, an artist.
So the next question for us is, I mean, you've already pretty much answered it, because my next question was, did Bart Cooper know that he will be an artist, or he will want to be an artist as a child?
Uh, to be honest, when I was a child, I mean, I knew I was talented. Because all the teachers and people around me used to push me into the art because they saw me drawing all the time. But art wasn't my thing. I wanted to be, a professional athlete and play sports and stuff like that. Um, First, I
Okay.
wanted to be a policeman when I was little. I wanted to be a policeman, but when I found out that they don't pay as much as what the other professional
Yeah.
athletes and stuff like that. That's why I was like, you know what? Nah, the
Let me
policeman
do.
ain't working. Let me try something else. So yeah, but I just got pushed every time I got pushed into the art world because it was always easy for me. I found it always easy to do, and it was always a direction that everybody kind of guided me through till I got serious.
Yeah. So when you're
Till
doing
you
this,
got serious.
yeah. So when you found yourself, I mean, at an early age, at 3 years old, you decide to start painting and stuff. Please
Mhm.
educate us and the viewers. What's the difference in? Is there a difference in artistry? Like you, I mean, what kind of artist are you? Are you?
Okay,
Yes. Tell us what kind of
so
artist are you?
perfect. So I would say I'm a fine artist. And in my title will be more contemporary art. So what contemporary artist is using all the tools and methods of today to create the artwork. So that's what a contemporary art is, the art of the now today. Fine art. So the difference between all the different fields of art. So fine art can be sculpture, dance, and painting. Okay, so in the painting now, the what determines other art from fine art? Fine art is now the higher end art. The art that tells a story, that has a message, some sort of intellectual and delivery in the work. So when you look at it, you can see there's a story there. There's something to talk about. You can walk away with something, some sort of knowledge, some sort of interest that has the way I deliver and stuff like that for the concept. So that's what difference from where you see like a poster art or just
Hmm.
a drawing versus something you see in a gallery or a museum. A fine art, something that has a message. Hmm.
Yeah. So the way you explain that, at least you open my eye because I already look at ask you what the difference between the hardboard and the canvas. Oh my people, you forgive me. I don't know what art.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's what. Thank you for having me. Just ask me the question. Feel free if you want to get more knowledge. I'm here to share it. So
Go ahead,
I,
please.
Agatha.
I want to go to your African roots.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about that. My mother is Nigerian, my father is Liberian. When when
Okay.
when someone, I say like us, meaning born in Africa, our parents expect for us to be doctors, nurses, lawyers. Most of us, not all of us, most of us.
Yeah.
And what do you say to an African parent? Because I can just imagine my mother right now and Gina Yashiri, who's a Nigerian British actress. She always tells this joke and it resonates with me. I cannot imagine going to my mother at 16, 17, say, Mom, I want to be an artist. The first thing she would say, Yummy, you want to draw? You want to draw? So tell me what
Yeah.
that conversation was like at home, telling your family, your parents that you wanted to be an artist.
Well, it's a little tough because, like you said, everything is exact. It's hard for people to grasp the fact of you wanting to be an artist. Now they appreciate it, but they see it as a hobby. They don't see it
Yes.
past, some sort of arts and crafts or hobby, So it's very hard to comprehend. But I mean, I guess I was hard headed, so but my household was strict, so I had to make sure my grades and everything, all the college academics, all that stuff had to be in order still while I
Right.
was doing the artwork. So I didn't get serious to it till I remember till after I was about to graduate high school, and me and my mom started going to look for colleges for
Mm-hmm.
art. And
Mm-hmm.
when the guy was, giving us a tour of the college and everything like that. And he started talking about the different fields of art, how you can use your talent and stuff like that. That's when, she was kind of like, wait, so you can actually get paid doing this
Yes.
art? and, we both looked at each other like, yeah, yeah, everything,
Nice.
art is all around you, So when you think about it, everything is created with some sort of artist touch. From
Yep.
clothes, someone got to draw it. From hairstyle to, the cars we drive, the house we live in. Everything is art. So when you really look at it, you can see that it takes an artist touch for these things. So it was tough, but good thing I'm making a living doing it now. And I'm doing it, and I'm a successful artist, so that's good. So
That's
it turns
good.
out good.
That's
Very
Hmm.
nice.
amazing.
We're gonna come back to that second part of what you said. You're doing it for a living and you're successful. So there's a little
Hmm.
kid in Liberia right now. I know some Liberian moms are watching, and they have
Uh-huh.
this child that's at home that has the copybook or the notebook, and they're sketching and they're drawing. They're on their walls. They're in the dirt, and they see a really good artist within that child. But like your
Hmm.
mom, they're thinking the same thing. Would you be able to make a living with this? What would you tell that parent that's watching right now, that knowing what you know today, you would have told your mom or your dad, your parents,
Hmm.
on how to help you be or make it a little easier to get to where you are today?
I would say the first thing to start off is find an interest on why your child loves doing what they do. That I think that's the way you would be able to connect, because I don't think you would, if you're not an artist, you will probably never understand how an artist works.
Yes.
But just the intriguing part and the support of why my child like to create so much. What are some of the
Mhm.
things? Because some of the things that I found in creativity and drawing, it was always a way to escape my reality. So
Ah.
like, kind of similar to like reading a book or anything like
Hmm.
that. That's
Hmm.
why I found myself drawing all the time. And when you're drawing, it kind of just takes you to this peaceful place, and it's a comfortable and soothing activity when you're doing it. So that was one of the things that I gravitated to it all the time, because at the time I wasn't serious about art. I just used to just like to draw,
Right.
and most of those things was my kind of therapy,
It's your
through life.
escape.
So
Yep.
yeah, like an escape. So like I would say, start to be intrigued by those things. Why your child gravitate to those things, and then the only way to support, probably I would say, give them more tools, and interact with them. Oh, you need more pencils, you need more coloring stuff, or whatever,
Right.
all those activities, and give them more of those things, and then they'll find their way through those things. Yeah.
I like that you're
Absolutely.
saying that. That's also saying to them, take interest. If you
Yeah.
spot
Yeah.
if you spot the difference in your child, or you see them doing something, forget about whether this is, I want them to be a doctor, but spot interest, because you never know. So I want
Yes.
to
Hmm.
ask you, you starting from 3 years old drawing,
Hmm. Hmm.
what was your first famous drawing that you can remember as far back? What's the first thing
My
you drew that you were like, yes?
from that far back, I don't know if I
So
remember,
you
but
can come
I
up like high school, like the first thing that where people identify your work to be phenomenal. When was that?
I mean, I was doing so many things. I remember one time in high school, I created. I mean, when first of all in middle school, it was always when we had to do a book report or something like that, and then we had to draw the picture for the book report. Everybody in
Hmm.
the class want to pick me, because they know they want me on the team.
Everybody wants to
So because they know the book is gonna, the illustration, the book, and everything gonna look good. So like,
Of
I always
course.
saw people fighting over me for that. That's why I knew, okay, I think I'm the best artist in the room all the time, because everybody looking at me when a project, whenever time it came to a project of creating something, everybody wanted to be my partner in the classroom. So that was one thing. But one of the things that really interests me to get serious about art was one of my English teachers. So I drew an artwork in the art class. It was my sophomore year in high school. I drew a artwork in the art class and was hanging out, and she wanted to buy it. So she came to me in class and she was like, "Oh yeah, I saw this artwork. I want to buy it, Bart. How much are you selling it for?" I never sold an art piece before, so I just told her I usually give it away free if someone wanted. And she was like, no, I want to buy this piece. You got to give me a price. So I told her $5. and she started, and she started laughing. So when I saw her laughing, I thought I was doing it too high. So I said, all right, $2. And she was like, no, 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 no. How about I write you a check for $50 for this piece? So when she said that, that's when it kind of woke me up. I was like, wow, $50. I've never sold a painting before or a piece before. And I thought that was high and expensive. So when she bought that, it started to, started to have my gears working. And then the following week, she saw another piece that I did of the school. I think I drew the school or something like that. And she was like, yeah, I want to buy that one too. So I was like, same deal, $50. She said, no, how about I buy it for $100?
Oh,
Then
wow.
when she said that, that's when I was like, wait, if people buying
You
this,
gave me small money
this,
now.
I know.
yeah. That's when I started to get serious, and I was like, wait, if I think I can make a living doing this, if people buying this stuff, I must be really that good. So like that's when I started to look for other artists that was doing it for a living. And then I started to get real focused to want to be like those artists and do it for a living. But it was her that gave me that interest to see the value in my work. And just those little gestures, that's what gave me
It's
that
so
value.
cool.
So when you're talking about other artists, I'm led to ask you, is there an artist that you pay homage to your work that has encouraged you, or someone you've connected with in your role as an artist that you
Yeah,
can
that's
report from? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. I mean, some of them, a lot of them, have passed on because they're a lot older artists.
Mhm.
But it's interesting because I tell people I remember even when I was in Liberia, my first inspiration was this artist named Ernie Barnes. And Ernie Barnes was a professional football player turned professional artist.
Oh, wow.
And when he retired, and he was a black artist, but I didn't know who Ernie Barnes was, but I always saw his art. And as I was little, I used to watch Good Times.
Mm-hmm.
So when you watch
Yeah.
Good Times,
Yep.
when it's starting, at
Yep.
the end, it always ends up with
Pictures.
that
The
painting. Yeah,
pool
that
scene.
painting.
Yep.
Yeah, where everybody in the room dancing. Is that scene? Well,
Yep.
that's Ernie Barnes was the one that painted that picture. So every time I used to look at that picture, and then the character JJ in Good
Mm-hmm.
Times, he was a painter too. So like those were the things
That's
that
true.
always I gravitated to. So like I was interested in when every time I saw Good Times, I would look forward to either when JJ painting or
Right.
looking forward to seeing that painting and seeing the different details in it every time I saw it. And that's some of the things that motivated me and inspired me to want to be a painter.
Nice.
Beautiful.
So,
Beautiful.
so with Glendy boasted, I'm going to say that about a painting that you did of her. You gifted her unsolicited, yada, yada, yada. She knows a famous, and I'm just feeling some kind of way, Bart. I'm just going to say it out there. I'm feeling some kind of way, and I know we're going to talk after, but help us understand when you draw or paint or whatever, do you have to have a model, like a live model? Do you go by pictures? What do you paint? Where do you get your inspiration from?
Most of it I go by pictures. So like what we'll do is sometimes, for some of the pieces that I'll do, if I can get them out, the inspiration will come down. I'll think of, what pose or that model will fit good for that piece. And then what I'll do sometimes I would do a photo shoot of
Oh,
them. And then they'll pose, or they'll do the pose that I tell them to do or how I want them to do. Then I take that photograph, and then I use that for reference to paint and create and stuff like that. So that's how it goes.
so if
Okay.
I wanted to own a Bart original
hmm
painting, where do I go to get it?
You can go to bartcooperart.com and you can reach me there by email, and then you can connect, and then we can talk about that and on the concept and the idea and stuff like that for the original. And if you want, I mean, my originals are usually high end and more on the luxury end, but investment end. But if you want, like, a print, affordable print, pieces that I already got and created and stuff like that, you can go to my other website, which is mdbybartcooper.com. And you can
Okay,
find those things there.
y'all doing us Liberian people wrong though. So y'all put the inexpensive website out here. They ain't put the. Let me tell you, I ain't going to MD by Bart Cooper. I'm calling Bart Cooper art.com. That's where I'm going. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you can.
No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, so you're
I
saying
got
that
something for everybody. Yeah, I got something
Everybody.
for everybody.
Everybody.
So, yeah,
that's what
there's
I
a price
wanted you
point
to
for everybody.
Yes.
that's what I want you to just talk about a little bit. So on mdbybartcooper.com,
Mm-hmm.
what are we going to see there? Are we going to see prints? Or what's there?
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna see prints. They're canvas prints. You can get the I got over 500 pieces of artwork on that site, so you can
Okay.
go through and pick it. Most of those are like my fun pieces. I would say more in the commercial arts because they're reproductions of different, a multiple amount of prints and stuff like that. So
Okay.
you can go there if you want something that can match your, that can go with your apartment. If you want
Mm-hmm.
something that can go with some sort of style, if you're looking for abstract, not too much pictures or anything like that, or people, you want something that's more design, you can get it there. If you want, all different types of techniques and styles on that site, and you can get
And,
it in
and
different sizes.
yeah, and I think that's the reason why I share this site because it's more contemporary. People can identify with those. They're easy paintings that just, I mean, there's something like you can get $100. You can buy something to hang
Mm-hmm.
up in your home or something. But let me just say to our audience who's just joining us, you're watching GBC Women with Words. We have the renowned, phenomenal Liberian artist, Mr. Bartholomew Cooper. Bart Cooper is here. I wanted to go through some of your paintings, but I
Okay.
want to start. The wall behind you is I'm telling you, that's the most. It's the most phenomenal thing you've done. There are paintings that he's done. Calling it his heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to go to this picture so you can tell us a little bit in the audience about this. The women
Okay.
that's behind you.
Okay. Those are the heroes. So I have 10 of them. And
Yes.
what I did was I came up with these 10 historical women of color, Black women that I feel represented that have real superpowers. And what I did was, when I was growing up too, I was into drawing comic books. So I
Okay.
learned a lot about those comic book characters. And the older I got now, I have a passion for history too and studying things of the past. So what I did was I researched these women and combine them together where I saw that a lot of the powers that they had and what they did in the world was similar to the superhero characters. So them having the same power. So like one of them is Harriet Tubman. So when you look at Harriet Tubman, you understand she was, she rescued a lot of women from people from the Underground Railroad, a lot
Yep.
of slaves. She freed a lot of free slaves and sent them back to the north through the Underground Railroad. So she saved a lot of people. So I made her Superman. Superman power is the same thing. He likes to rescue people. He saves a lot of people too. And he's that symbol of strength. And I felt Harriet Tubman was similar to that. And then each character just has a similar type of power. So that's why I call it heroes. My heroes have real superpowers. And I
Yes.
wanted to use women in these things. So each one has a certain hero, but then the power resonates together when you know about the superhero character and then you know about the person. You'll understand why I chose them to be that individual. And
Yes.
the concern was also to educate the younger generation. Because when I first did the Harriet Tubman, I talked to a 23-year-old and he didn't know who Harriet Tubman was, but he
Oh
knew she was
wow.
the Underground Railroad lady. So yeah, so when I saw that you 23 and you don't know who Harriet Tubman is, I can only imagine what a 13-year-old or 14-year-old might think. So
Mhm.
that's why I was like, I know they understand comic book characters and the Marvels and DC movies that you see and stuff like that. So a lot of people grew up on that and they're into that. I think they will be able to connect easier with those people and see that the powers that these fictional characters had these real people had these real characters, and they'll be able to understand and learn about these people. So I made it a educational piece from that. And yeah, and it goes bigger into that. So like that's why that exhibition is going on right now in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The Heroes exhibition, where you can go see it, is a free one to go see. And there's also a curriculum that's going on there too, where they can do
Beautiful.
a Heroes workshop. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
Beautiful. Really,
over
really nice.
4,000 over 4,000 students in the Lehigh Valley has been involved in the curriculum, and came to see the work and stuff like that and learn more about these women. Hmm.
That is
Very
amazing. So I have a few of your paintings here that I want us to go through just to be able to give the audience an opportunity to become familiar with the work, or just to be able to see how good you are. So I have this
Hmm.
one here. This is, of course, about one of our Liberian own artists.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's Michael
comedian.
Blackson.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
What is it?
that's what.
Yeah, the mother sucker.
That's my man Mike.
yes, yes. So this is one of his, and then this is another one of Bart's.
Nice.
That's Floyd Mayweather,
Yes.
Yeah.
My people
the
are,
famous boxer.
let me show our face, man. And that's small people will show you that they are big. Then this one of, and this is when I say contemporary on this MD Bar. This is one of the paintings on there. You see how this is just phenomenal. The fingers even look like Agatha fingers. You know
No,
what I
it
mean?
don't. But it's beautiful.
It's really, really pretty.
I,
That's
I
why I
wish
think
I wish my fingers were slender like that, Bart. So when you do my portrait, can you make me just perfect?
Nah, I can work. I can fix everything.
There
yes,
you go.
yes, yes. So there's another one. This one I saw on the website yesterday. I love this piece because it just has so many messages, and I like the tint of a woman. I like the taste. I like how you follow. It says a lot about you, and your mom or your aunts, or just
Yeah.
women in general in your life. So I like
Hmm.
this painting here also. Then there's this one here. Um,
Oh
See
wow.
that? Yes,
Oh yeah.
amazing. And
That's
that's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I got Mike Tyson. So that one was a commission work from, and the from that guy to the right, and the guy to the right, that's Saquon Barkley. He's
Okay.
a famous football player. He
Okay.
graduated from Whitehall High School too, but now he
Oh,
plays for the New
okay.
York Giants. He played for
Okay.
the New York Giants. He's the running back for the New York Giants. So yeah, he commissioned me to do that project, and he wanted all the people that inspire him to be in that
Very
piece. So you
nice.
got Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Serena Williams. You got
Very
all
nice.
these other athletes in there, and stuff like that. And that's when I presented it to him.
Very nice.
That is
Uh huh.
beautiful. And of course, this is my favorite one. My favorite
Oh
one.
wow.
Yes. This is the
Yeah.
favorite. It's because it depicts an African child, and I love it because of the hair tie. So tell us a little bit about this piece.
So this is my new work that I've been working on. It's 11 pieces, and this is one of the 11, and it's titled DNA. And what I
Wow.
want to do is to have a conversation with everybody on understanding your roots, to know why you do what you do, where you come from, to remember those things. So so it just has a lot of messages in it. So with this one, you know, I decided, and it's all children I'm using for this one. So all of them is images of children. So this pose was something that I shot, and we got this pose, but she's holding on to her heritage and her tradition. And this one is kind of like saying, don't forget to evolve, but don't forget your tradition and your culture,
Don't
but
forget
don't
where you
forget
come
to
from.
evolve. Yeah, pretty much to evolve, but don't forget where you come from
Yep.
to understand those things. So it just
It's
shows a picture of her hugging, you know, her tradition, the heritage, but she's evolving because she's living in America, of course, but she
Yeah.
still have her culture.
Yes. I think for me
Hmm.
that painting has just so many messages as a young African child being in America. holding on, and so there's a piece of the African culture with the head tie. You know,
Mhm.
I love head tie, and then also the fact that she's holding on to an African mask is almost like
Mhm.
saying, "I cherish my culture, I cherish
Yeah.
my heritage. I'm not going to let it go." So that's why that piece, and I think some of your the work that you do, and I really want you to talk a little bit about the fact that you've become successful and you've
Mhm.
been able to go back to your high school
Mhm. Yeah.
and
So I just
inspire
went.
the children there. So I want you to tell us a little bit about us, about that, about you going back and all of the stuff that you've done right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So last month I was able to go back to my alumni, which is high school, and I graduated from Whitehall High School. So that's the first place I wanted to go and speak to. So I was there working with the high school. So I started off with the elementary from fourth grade all the way to the high school kids. So I had to go back to and speak in the auditorium and speak to the students, and just to educate them, to let them know I was sitting in those same seats as them, and in the art room learning those things, and for them to be able to understand my story a little bit, to relate that I was right in the same position that they was in, and to see how far I've gotten and the work that I've created. It inspired a lot of children. They caught on. They loved it. They were able to ask a lot of questions. Things that some they won't know how to ask. Just because some people don't. They graduate and never come back. So to be able to interact with them and showcase this stuff and be able to speak to them was something else. It was amazing. A lot of the children was inspired.
Yes, that was. I mean, it was. We want to say congratulations and thank you for even doing that. That the kids can also use you as a role model.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
fact that this is you were here, you were in writing some of these classroom, and look at where you are today. I think it was amazing. I wasn't there, but I tell you, I followed it. I followed the videos. I was jumping in every single video like I was present.
Yeah, I was telling them, I just giving them a lot of words of wisdom and giving them understanding, just so they can understand some things. And I told them they don't have to be artists, but if you're passionate about something, one of the messages that I told them, I was like, find 5 people in that thing that you're passionate about and study them and understand why they're so great at what they do. Learn about them, study them, and then you can be able to use that as a map to on the road of being great. So find 5 people. I was like, if you want to be an athlete, if you want to be a doctor or any of those things, find 5 doctors that you like and study their life and see what they did to get to the position that they are to be great. And that's how I kind of gave them those models, and they loved it. They understood it very well, because that's the same kind of model that I use. If you want to be great, find 5 great people and take pages out of their life and apply it to yourself.
So you've done this at your
Okay.
school. Do you plan to do this at other schools?
Oh yeah, yeah. So the first thing was I want to put this Heroes show on the road, where we'll be doing different cities. So I partnered up with this company, this group called Faces International. Faces International, Arts Quest. Arts Quest is the big nonprofit art organization that's in Pennsylvania. It's one of the biggest one. It's the biggest one, and they're located in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And it was United Way. So United Way, Arts Quest, and Faces Internationals was the 3 people that I partnered up with, and we were able to put this project together. So after this one is done, I plan on taking this same model and putting it in different schools, in different cities and stuff like that, in different states, so they can have the same heroes experience.
That's amazing. I mean, we've
Very
talked about everything else we want. I mean, when we look at your paintings and we look at most of your paintings, like I said, they do show women. I want you to talk to us a little bit about your mom, your family, the women in your life.
Okay. Yeah, no, no, thank you for bringing that up, because some people do ask me that, and I was like, well, I was raised by women. If you know my family, the Congers, or any of my family members, I got a lot of aunts, and they all raised me and they all contributed. So women being a key part in my life and my upbringing, that was surrounded by a lot of them. So I had to be who I had to be, to have a sort of respect and integrity when I carry myself. So seeing all these strong women is something that inspires me as well. And of course, I love women. Women are the most beautiful people on the planet. So drawing women is not hard either. So always to give women their flowers in this world and understand and I appreciate their strength. I appreciate their I mean, how many other words? What we can say, divinity. I can appreciate their nature, all their virtues. Their virtues, that's the word. Virtues. And I appreciate those things. And having all these entities, a handful. I'm sure you know some of them. Yeah, it was great to grow up around women and to be inspired by the things that they do. So all that stuff, it shows in my artwork. And most of the time, yeah, I do a lot of women over drawing men.
Nice.
Like I
I
said, you
I
got
got a couple of people asking just to remind them. So there are
Hmm.
two websites. I want to make
Yeah.
sure that I call them out. You want to go to MD, like medical doctor, MD
Hmm.
by BartCooper.com. That's
Hmm.
your more affordable, your more,
Yeah.
reproduction. It's where you can find the reproduction of
Hmm.
Bart's work. So let me try and say it the way Glennie and the Glennie can say. My people that walk and draw, he can paint. He said that one way our pocket, our hand can reach, you might go to mdpapadcopa.com. Now, if your money long, if your money long like lending money,
look
you
at
should
trouble.
go
Look
to
at trouble.
bartcooperart.com. That's
Yeah.
where you commission him and you get original pieces. So
Right.
that's the difference. I did put it out on the Facebook post. Someone asked me, but hang in here, folks. Once we're done with the interview and the show, I'll go back and answer all of your questions, and I'll make sure I tag everybody that's asking about Bart's work and where you can get it and how you can contact him and all of that good stuff. So, we're exceptionally proud of you. We often and I would say, Glenn, you often call out everything that's wrong with Liberia. I'm always no, I'm just kidding. We all Liberians always point to what's wrong about Liberia. There are lots of things that are right with Liberia. We talk about Liberia and Liberians. I know Bart is here, but he's a son of the soil. He's a Liberian at heart. All the way the boy being here in school, he ain't even get a little bit of serious. He just giving it to us just the way he received it. So we
No, don't
have
worry. I
to.
can go there. I can
I
switch it up
know.
too if I want.
I know that's right. So, but I like that you're
Authentic.
down to earth, and
Yes.
people are asking about your work. But I do want to encourage folks that are out there listening to us. Please visit his website, contact him. Let's support our own. We often go and drop a couple of grants, and I say this all the time. We have no problems going to Gucci and those other people that I don't even know their name and they don't know where I'm from, dropping a few grants on their mask to carry their name all over your body. We have a talented young man from Liberia. Let's go ahead and support him. I am just so honored to meet you. I can't wait to talk to you. We talk about antis. We do have an Ask Antis segment in this show. I want you to stick around if you can, so maybe you can give us your perspective. But thank you so
Okay.
much, Glennie. I'm going to turn it over to you.
So for those people who didn't join us at the beginning of the show, of course we have Bart Cooper here for us this evening. Just because we put a video together of his different paintings with an old music. Facebook, we have no copyrights. YouTube, we have no copyrights. I'm gonna
Oh,
play
yeah,
this
don't take it down.
just so people can see some of his artwork. You really want to connect with him. to do a painting for you. He's authentic. The paintings are real. His work is flawless. I can say a lot, but you've seen it for yourself. So I'm gonna play this video only because I'm sure it's gonna resonate with a lot of you, and it's what you're gonna remember his work after the show. I say I won't continue dancing.
I know. It's so amazing, Bart. Someone just wrote on the Facebook thing saying your regards for women's shows in your art. I'm
Yes.
inspired.
Yes.
I will share this with my son. He is an excellent artist. So you're
Yeah.
you're
Oh, that's
already
great.
inspiring other young
Yes.
Liberians.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah. And the
Thank
and
you.
the,
That's what
and
it's
the
all about.
yeah, the picture then probably going small color. The picture then they just clean. They looking too clean.
They're fresh.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
fresh. They're clean.
it gotta be fresh.
Yeah.
It
They're
gotta be done with
fresh.
excellence.
They
Excellence.
gotta be
Yeah.
fresh. So as we come to the end of the interview part, of course, Agatha said there's an ask enter question. We want you to hang around to help us answer that question. But
Uh-huh.
we want to end this interview piece. What do you have to say? Now, we always ask Liberian artists or Liberian designer, do you see, we have to ask because we're Liberians,
Yes.
do you see yourself doing something in Liberia as an artist? How are
Oh
you going to
yeah.
connect back to your country?
Oh yeah. The next connection is, well, we all know that Liberia has a connection with America, a huge history. So the whole plan is connecting and being a bridge. So my work is always through education, history, and a love for art as well. So the plan, the next phases is to go back to Liberia, build a house there, but the house will be set up to where we call the artist residency house. So it'll be somewhere where I can work out of, but where I can be able to get some of my other artist friends to go and work out of there for a couple of months.
Nice.
But the plan is for them to connect with Africa, Liberia. So I want them to have where the infrastructure of my place will be set up to where you can go there, but venture off to get a rich understanding and a history and a love for this country, you know, which is Liberia. And hopefully, you know, that will inspire some other things. But most of all, I want to be able to recruit some other artists that in Liberia to have them have an artist residency at this
Yes.
place, and then
Yes.
eventually have art shows and understand the business of art and how they can be able to, you know, step up and sell their work on the platform that will be provided through, you know, my connections and network as well. So that's the plan. So it can have that connection. So Americans can have more of an understanding about Liberia, the history of Liberia, but the passion and love for Africa and Liberia, and for Liberian artists to be able to get those connections and those skills and understanding and those teachings on how to be able to showcase their work on a higher platform as well. That's my real goal. That's the big goal. That's the direction I'm headed right now.
Amazing.
Very nice.
Amazing. So we
Mm-hmm.
want to wish you all the best. You're so humble. I don't want to make Akata any more jealous than she already is about
I'm
our
so
connection.
jealous right now. You don't even know. I am just filled with envy for Glendy right now.
But we're so proud of you. But one of the things we always say to people who come on this platform is this is your platform. And of course, most times, like I'll go to him when I wanted to, I think about a few months ago, I wanted to share something. I sent him a text and said, is it okay for me to share this? He said, sure. Sometimes I'll ask, sometimes I won't ask. I'll just go and share it. But if you're doing any work, we're going to follow. We'll continue to follow you. We'll continue to share. We look forward to hearing about more on your goals and your plans for Liberia. We wish you, he's very humble. There have been other one or two artists that have actually asked him to connect with Bart so they also can become exposed as he is. And one of them responded to me and said he was very humble and he was able to connect with them. So I want to say thank you. Congratulations. Stick around because we're going to ask you that Ask Inte question they even hear. Viewers, don't go. Thank you so much, Bart. Thank you guys all for sticking around. Don't go. This is the second portion of the show. We're going to go straight to Agatha to ask that Ask Inte question.
Okay, so I have to put this in my own words. Anyway, so our Ask Inte segment is where we get questions from our viewers. They can email us at GeesBeeCee@gmail.com, and it can be about anything, relationship, romantic or platonic relationship. It can be dealing with your elderly parents, finances, whatever the case may be. But I do have to say this disclaimer. We are not experts by any means, but this is a show about women and their opinions, and we have a lot of it, and we're going to share it with you. So I got a question in my mailbox, and the question was, what do I do? I have this friend, and the person put friends in quotation. I have this friend, and she is, I don't want to use the word that the person used, but I like to say she has a healthy sexual appetite. And this friend is known for just being all over there. And the person said, what do I do? I am going to an event and I want to bring this friend with me, but I'm afraid because the person that I'm going to, their husband too, is out there. And I am just afraid that they might just hook up right there and then. But I don't know how to tell this friend that, sis, I can't take you with me because you got a reputation and dude got a reputation. So what would you say to this friend? What advice would you give this young lady?
Oh. Should she take her? Should she not take her? That's the question.
Should she take her? Should she not take her? Should she tell her why she can't take her? What should she say? If she takes her, what does she tell her friend, or what should she tell the husband? Does she get involved? Does she mind her bed? What would you tell her to do?
I would say the first thing is have a conversation with her first to let her know, look, we're going to give her, it's just like, when a mother takes their child to the supermarket, you get in the breakdown first.
Don't look at nothing. Don't touch nothing. Don't ask for nothing.
Exactly. Give them the breakdown, the pre-warning, so they're well aware of what's going down and what the scene's gonna be. and then know their boundaries and restrictions. So you lay that one down if you're taking them, and then if they say they try to combat you or anything like that, you already know you told them the whole get down. You told them what to look for, what not to go, where to go, and where not to go.
Right.
So yeah, I would say lay that down first before you take them to the place, to the event. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anthea?
I think it will be difficult, but I think you can give her an idea. People have the people that I'm comfortable in the colloquial skills. So the people that talking they kind of thing about you. Let me tell you what the people saying about you outside there.
Yeah.
My small my party. Let me tell you what they say about you. They say this, and me I know it's not true, but I just want you to know that what they say.
You know it's true.
Yeah. Me, I know it's not true, but I just want to tell you that what they're saying because I want you to go there and be looking at you and saying what you're gonna do. So when you go, ma, just stay by yourself so people can have your name in their mouth. Flower finish.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I don't
Yeah.
know. You know, I'm a straight shooter.
I know.
This ended with say, listen, girl, listen. Ho, 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 and it ain't Christmas. That's what I'm saying about you. So I don't want you to slip and fall on top of the woman's husband. So I'm gonna just tell you like this party here ain't yours. You can't go
not
with me.
that type of party.
Yeah, you can't go with me.
Yes.
We can hang out somewhere else, but this one right here,
Yeah.
So if you do have, thank you so much, Bart, for giving us your input. If you do have a question for Ask Auntie, you know we keep it real.
I wasn't expecting it, but that's real. Yeah. I was like, we went there quick.
Yeah, it is what it is. With me, everybody knows me. That knows me. You always know where you stand with me. If I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't, and you know it. Either way, you're doing something wrong. I gotta call you out, sis. You and Glendy said the same thing, right? You'll tell the girl like, listen, they're talking about you.
Yeah, you gotta mind yourself.
You gotta mind me. I ain't taking her though because I ain't trust her. I ain't gotta be keeping one eye on her, and no, I can't do that. So sis just gotta stay. Anyway, well, thank you all for your Ask Into question. Don't forget to email us at GeesBeeCee@gmail.com.
So, but we're gonna let you go because we don't want to hold you. We know you're not you're a celebrity. We're not gonna hold your time. But thank you so much. We will follow you when you do go at the end of your the curriculum stuff that's being done now. When you go to the next, when you take it on the road, we'll follow it. And if you feel the need to come by, please feel free to let us know. If I think we have the time, I'll reach out to you and ask you. We also, the month of May, it's Mother's Month.
Yeah.
So if we're putting it out there to you, if any one of our guests cancel because we're a small show, but we are so booked.
I know.
So if any one of them cancel, we might be reaching out to you and Auntie Mary to see if you want to come on and serenade your mom on Mother's Month of the month of May. So we'll let you know. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you and see you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Much.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you, ladies. Take care.
We will be in touch.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
No, don't take it for a joke. This woman got money. You hear me?
Don't mind her.
What's
Don't
up?
mind her. Come here, ask her to hook me up without his time on you.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was an amazing,
talented young man.
He is so talented. Just amazing talent. So let's go now. I don't even know if I want to do this topic. The trending topic in Liberia is exhausting. They talk about the autopsy. It's been going around. Princess Cooper, President Weah was able to say yes, there will be a second autopsy done. The family has agreed to that. It's just the friend is saying one thing. I mean, it's just so much. We're just going to sit back and watch and see what happens. But it's also important to say that the number of deaths that are the stories that are unresolved, it's enough to claim the government's attention to be able to do something about this. I mean, there's nothing more we can say that everyone else have not said. It's just it's heart-wrenching and it's hard. So something needs to happen to stop these these deaths. And if we cannot stop it, then these people who are being cut or who the suspects, we need to be able to prosecute them or investigate these cases to stop. So I'm not gonna go through that anymore. So we want to go ahead. Sorry.
I got a message that was forwarded to me. I would like to share
Go
on the
ahead.
whole security issue in Liberia. This supposedly came from the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia. It's dated April 20th. Security alert. It reads, Monrovia, Liberia is the location. It says the U.S. Embassy has received reports of crime and violent incidents taking place at nightclubs frequented by American citizens in Monrovia. Reported incidents have generally taken place late in the evening and early morning. Please exercise increased caution when visiting nightclubs or consider avoiding them altogether. So, actions to take: exercise vigilance at nightclubs, review your personal security plan, be aware of your surroundings, monitor local media for updates. And it's signed the U.S. Embassy Monrovia. So listen here. When security becomes an issue, it affects the pocketbook. If people aren't going out, the nightclubs and restaurants and bars and all those places won't be making that dollar. So it's important that the security of our country is in check. Our leaders need to take caution, and they need to make sure that they're doing all they can that to make sure that the citizens of the country feel safe.
Mhm.
Very important. I just
Yes.
wanted to share that since you brought the whole killing thing up.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Of course, we shared on the page today that Evangeline also won again the Golden Mike. So that's
Hey, hey,
2 months in a row. Congratulations, Evangeline. And I want to, what's trending on the page? The
yeah.
one-legged dance. The one-legged dance. We're learning that dance there. We
I,
got to do
I
it.
am. I'm trying to learn that dance.
So the one-legged dance is trending. There was also a post where the husband and his wife was at the mall, and the husband was acting like he was crippled, and the wife was so pissed.
I saw that. He is so wrong for that.
The wife was so upset that he was trying to act a fool up in the street. She didn't want anything to do with him. And then the last one was someone did a post says having sex when it's raining on a zinc roofing feels like the ancestors are clapping for you. And those were all the things that were trending on the page. Continue, of course. Anything else, Agatha?
What day is tomorrow?
Yama yama
That's what I'm talking about.
yama yama, and I'm telling you that Yama Yama Friday is the highest, is the peak, is the best day on that page.
Listen,
Everybody
listen.
loves it.
Life in general is hard. We need to laugh. We need to release. And what better way to do it than amongst friends? So if you have a joke, just don't get put in prison by Mark. Now, Mark don't be playing no games.
I know.
But yeah, I do look forward to Yama Yama Friday, and I just can't wait.
Yeah,
Our members are just off the chain. I don't know where to get
off
half
the
the stuff
chain,
from, but
off the chain.
very
We love them.
entertaining.
I'm telling you, it's like every
Yeah,
day is Yama Yama, but Friday
yeah.
is the peak.
They don't even wait for Friday these days, eh?
Don't even when it's like you wake up in the morning and they're already always sending
They're
something.
there.
Listen, that's
Yep.
please all the no, let me leave that other one because I woke up this morning had like 5 religious preaching sermons. I guess God is saying, let me check into that page there. They got some sinners in that page. I need to touch them. But
You know
anyway,
what?
mm,
No, God ain't saying none of that. We all have this direct line to God.
yes.
I don't need anybody to intercede for me.
Thank you. Thank you. I woke up like, what all this doing here? But anyway, we
Yeah.
have fun.
Yes.
We love all of our
Keep it
connections on
coming.
that page. Yes. So keep coming. Keep inviting people. Next week, Next week we're going to have Jackie Cooper. We're going to be talking close in the month of April because April is Artisan Month. We've had her here before.
Yes.
So we're going to be close in the month. And she
Jamie's
will be
mama.
Jamie's mommy. That's Jamie and her mom. She'll be here talking about what they've done this month and the things that she's been involved with. And we'll also be asking, since the last time she was here, has she been successful in connecting with someone in Liberia to be able to lace to start something there. So we're looking forward to having Jackie on next
Yes.
week. Yes.
Yeah.
So we've reached to the end. We've reached to
Yeah,
the
it's
end of
that
the
time
show.
already. Time
Yes,
flies when you're having
yes,
fun,
yes,
right?
yes. So, folks, of course, to Bart, we say thank you for taking up the time to coming on and being well. And it's always a pleasure of mine and Agata's and our two other people who are Christmas is over, but we can find the Santa, and the other one is somewhere on the yard, somewhere we can find her. So we're looking forward to we're looking forward to next week, but we're
Yeah.
more excited about the month of May. We will be celebrating mothers.
Mothers.
Women will be celebrating mothers every Thursday. We
Yes.
have one extra show on a Saturday, and it's it's turning out to be a blast. We hope we're keeping our fingers crossed for that one. The
It's a
diva
special one.
is very special, so we'll see. So thank you, folks, for watching. We're looking forward to seeing you next week, and until next time, from Agata and I, thanks for watching, and see you later.